All right, this has been a fan favorite and a personal favorite. And we're going to try some Spark doubles today because turn 2 Oko into turn 3 second Oko sounds excellent. Double Mu sounds okay too. Double Mu lets Oko steal things up to 6 and 7 power, which is awesome. Double Sarkhan seems fine. Double Questing Beast seems fine. This is like a pseudo Planeswalker we can find with Once Upon a Time. So I don't know if this is going to be good, but I think it's definitely going to be great. I cut the 4th Wicked Wolf to make room. I slotted that in the sideboard though, because I think there are some matchups where this is just the best card in our deck. So I still have 4 Wolves in the 75. We're down to 1 Lava Coil today. So again, I don't know if this is ideal. I'm not updating the sideboard guide with this specific list, but we're going to try it out and see if there's some play to these cards. I haven't been enjoying Modern recently, to the person who asked, because Modern just gets more and more linear the more cards that are printed. And the Urza deck, the Urza PO deck that's running around right now, is a deck that can kill you on turn 2. That's also incredibly grindy and out card advantages the fair mid-range decks in the format. Just like invalidates everything I want to play. The Mu Oko synergy seems like that awesome 1 in 30 game blowout that no one's looking for. I agree, Rodzilla. I agree. So people are asking for comparisons to what we'd cut for these cards. This list is not playing Domri, and it's not playing Scrag and Hellkite. If we had a second land in hand already, I would keep this. But because I need to draw a land and then a second land, I think this isn't good enough. So I'm going to go ahead and mulligan here. Woof. Can I have the first one back? Hey, congrats, Red Link. Yobs are exciting. Well, that's not a stellar start. Check close 7 to keepable 6 off the bingo board. Yep. That darn Mythgard has spoiled me. Not having to look at 0 land hands is such a treat. Oh no! My temples, chat. Maybe I should have kept the mountain. Maybe I should have kept the mountain. I've got 2 tapped lands at the moment, which sucks. Quench. Yikes. Our deck's actually pretty bad against the counterspell decks. And Spark Double is even worse against counterspell decks. Because we have to, like, stick one threat and then have another. I guess I just keep a threat. Yeah, Quench seems pretty mid-laying in a format where people are ramping to all get out. Yeah, it could be like a blue-white draw goal. This is the first match of this set, and you tend to play against a wide variety of like semi-weaker decks in the constructed event, especially the first couple, because they pair based on ranking. All right, Yanling sounds great. Wonderful. See, like Chemist's insight here. Yep. Honk the Goose. Think we just play Wicked Wolf next turn? Record, rating, record, same difference in a constructed event like this. I have been sabotaged. Leading on the 4 mana spell here because if I draw another 3 mana spell next turn, I can double spell next turn, which is ideal. I thought about cheeky attacking with the gooses there, but if they're straight blue-white, there's a chance they're playing some, like, destroy target tapped creature card, and I'd rather not have that happen. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass for now, because I think I'm supposed to get to a point where I can double spell, and again, this is the big problem with Spark Double, is Spark Double's exceptionally bad against, like, these cards where we need, like, individual threats to be good. You don't want a bonus goose? Yeah. If we spark double goose, we have a 22 turn clock. Something like that. So hoping to draw a 3 or 4 mana threat next turn, so that way we can double threat. Alright, I'm going to concede when this gets counterspelled, just because I'm bored. I have no idea what they have. Maybe they just have a bunch of things that kill creatures. They could have Prison Realms. They could have Excellence Binding. I mean, to be fair, as far as 3 mana Planeswalkers go, Mu was the worst one. We could play 2 copies of them there. They could be a Fires deck missing red. Yeah, maybe. I think that's pretty unlikely. They have Tranquil Cove in their deck, so I assume they're just straight blue-white, playing a bit of a brew. Oh, Excellence Binding rotated, sure. Prison Realm, same difference. Not my standard. And I can't just make a token with Mu because they have a Teferi in play. So. Should Spark Double have made a bird? No. She has an ultimate that lets us start drawing an extra card or 2 a turn, so. A 1/2 bird doesn't do anything. It's incredibly silly to suggest that. Yeah, I think if we alt, we can probably win by drawing 1 to 2 extra cards per turn. Notably, we only have 1 island currently, but I think that's probably still enough. Just like a personal Howling Mine is fine here. Spark Double does not copy Teferi. Spark Double only copies our creatures. Sure, if she made a bird, she died right away, and then Teferi bounced the bird, and it didn't do anything. So making a bird is exceptionally silly. It accomplishes actual nothing. It accomplishes them losing 3 loyalty and drawing a card. The more I play this archetype, the more I think I might play Aristocrats in the MCQ. Just because, like, this deck doesn't have a ton of player agency in it. It's, like, really powerful when it works, but this is definitely just, like, a smorky aggro deck, basically. Just, like, mid-range smork instead of not. And we're dead. Got it. I would like some Veil of Summer. Wicked Wolf seems kind of medium. Honestly, Disdainful Stroke didn't really do anything, right? So I think I'm just swapping those 3/3. They had a couple of expensive things, but not really, and Teferi shuts this down. Yeah, the red-black oven deck with the splash for Once Upon a Time felt really good last time we played it. Flame Sweep handles Glory, I guess. I don't know. I think if we're in a position where we need to be Flame Sweeping, we're probably losing the game anyways. They also have Teferi and can just end step Flame Sweep, untap, kill me. We're the beatdown in this matchup. You think the mirror matches aren't bad? I'd believe that. Spram, thanks for the half a year. I appreciate it. Welcome back. And again, like, if these spark doubles were like a threat, maybe this hand is keepable. If I just keep it anyways and YOLO it, I don't think I can. I think I just need a good threat in the play. Yeah, this is much better. I mean, to be fair, historically speaking, most mirrors tend to suck. So I don't really think that's a function of the format so much as just like kind of how Magic works. Does 4-color Aristocrats have Wicked Wolf? Yeah, we played 4-color Oven earlier today. Honestly, that deck was kind of sweet too. Thoughts on the Gruul decks from the MC? They seem like fine kill you decks. If you're looking to run people down. We could get Mystic disputed here. Just like Weep Silently. That's exactly what's happening. Rough. Please be an opt. 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 Fist bump. Hey, thanks for the 4 months, Steamy. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Goodbye, Grazer. Your services are no longer needed here. I mean, that's not really a punish or never punish type situation. Like, in the event my opponent has the Mystic Dispute there, it's still correct to play my card. Like, just jamming is the correct answer. Hey, Phaser, thanks for the 2 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Domri is great as a turn 2 walker in the counter matchup. Kinda. He only stops your creatures from being counterspelled. Which isn't that much. Like there's a lot more than creatures in these decks.
A quest of mystery.
Okie doke. I think we just keep going up here. I have 2 islands in play, so if this ults, we should win the game. Yeah, honestly, the power level of this current standard format is so high, they could probably inject most of the cards from that set back into it, and it would be fine. You think it's double beast time? If we draw a land here before we ult, I might play Spark Double and try and copy this. You think I'm going to lead on this? And they have a counterspell, which is fine. I think I'm going to ult this right away and just get my cards. I don't want to risk them drawing a Prison Realm next turn. Scion ults a lot. They're really good at ulting.
Our combined strategy will surely overcome you.
I don't think Mu is often ulting in this deck, but I do think in the Teferi Time Raveler matchup specifically, she is going to ult quite frequently, just because her 4/4 token's not particularly good there. Yeah, the Royal Scions are Scottish, which is great. The problem with Bioessence Hydra is it doesn't have haste, and there's a ton of 5-mana sweepers, so I'd much rather have my top end be able to attack right away. I think if I wanted a card that was good in like the Simic Food matchup, I think Bioessence Hydra would be good there. But I think as long as Golos Field is the top end of the format, Bioessence Hydra is not good enough. If that makes sense. Well, okay. So this game is over. Now they can have all the counter spells in the world. It just doesn't matter. Does Scion alt have a 100% chance of drawing another Scion? I found that anecdotally to be true. I'd believe that. Sound checks out. Math checks out.
Let me synthesize the facts.
Did I whale Mythgard? I did. Even before they offered to part with me, I had a complete collection sans mythics, and I think I'm missing like 30% of the mythics. I think I gave them $200 or $300, something like that. I've turned down game sponsorships before. I only agreed to it because I really like their game. If you're someone that's looking for a card game, especially a mobile game, it's very good for that. The majority of my time spent playing it's been on my cell phone. Sure.
This isn't a fight you can win.
I agree. I have no idea how they ever beat this emblem. I guess they can make a bunch of cats. Yeah, I agree, Delbert. The feature decks are just like an A+ addition, an A+ part of their game. It's really well done. And for people that weren't here earlier, the Mythgard folks hooked me up with an unlimited number of codes for the next week. So if you're thinking about trying the game, drop me a message on Discord or Twitch, and I will I'll hook you up with some freebies. Mythgard.
What is my strategy here?
The emblem is the Mu Yanling, the Mu emblem, which lets all of our islands tap to draw a card. And I think I just need to like slam for the next couple of turns here. Just like make them counterspell. Actually, I probably don't need to make them counterspell this turn, excuse me. I'm gonna Broco. Let's Broco. Because then I can do this and still do this. And then next turn, I can double Questing Beast with the Goose. Sure. Scion ult will be lethal with the card draw. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, if you want another one for a friend Captain Command, that's fine. Like I said, I literally have, they told me they would give me an unlimited number for the next week while they're still good. And they're only one code good per account. So don't, like, if I gave you one, don't make another account message me because your account knows that you've already used one of these codes. Nice, Queen. Congrats. If you'd like a code, drop me a DM on Twitch or Discord, and I'll be sending them out after my stream finishes today. So, I'm planning to, this is my last Magic deck, and then I'm going to play Mythgard for a couple hours to wrap things up. So after probably about 3 or 4 hours from now, you'll get codes. Hashtag all of the cards. All right, so it's important that I make my opponent counterspell something this turn because I don't want them to be able to play that card that gives them, oh, that's a really good draw. I don't want them to be able to play the card that lets them counter, or that makes a bunch of tokens here. It is the same as those code Datamation. So if you already used a treat code from them, oh crap. Flippin' Teferi, man. This card's so annoying. I forgot. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cast this now. So that way my Oko is then uncounterable. I could have done that before Questing Beast, but then I wouldn't draw a card. But maybe I just don't need to draw a card because of this emblem. Yeah, we played turn 3 Mu on the play when they didn't have a counter up, and she ulted for us.
I will invert the world to watch kings grovel and worms rule.
Yeah, the hexproof animation is really slick. It's like a real shame that this client's pretty laggy because like the actual animations in this client are just so well done. If they have their X spell here, they can make 2/2/2s. Nice, congrats, David. Just Chemister, sweet. Killing Teferi here is great.
That will go according to plan.
The giant hand animation is great. So if they don't kill this, I get to draw 4 cards next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. I deal 15 with this next turn. And then I have 2 3/3s that attack them. Plus a Questing Beast. Yeah, because I can Questing Beast too. So good chance they're dead. 15 will be a new high score for the Royal Scions. Ding, ding, ding goes the trolley. Ring, ring, ring goes the bell. Do, 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 do. There are 27 cards in my deck still. So there'll be 23 after I ult this. Whee! So I mean, they would have bounced it on their turn, right? Like, they would have just bounced it on their turn, Nemesis. You're right that once they pass, I should technically do that, but they should have done that on their turn. And even if they have an absorb here, we're attacking for 6. This is the second Royal Scion ult this game, yes. We ulted 3 Planeswalkers this game. That was incredibly satisfying. Hey, wife. You did a little bit.
Good.
She snuck up on me, chat. I think I'm happy with how we sideboarded. I think I'm happy with how we boarded.
Can I have some room on the nice map?
This matchup's going to be much harder on the draw. It's harder to get a Planeswalker down under their counter magic when they're on the play. They had Quench in the first game, so like I said, I know we won that game pretty handily, but I'd expect this matchup to be very bad for our deck. Our deck is not stellar against decks that have heavy counter spells.
Chat says I'm scary, honey.
You're scary. I mean, you did sneak up on me. You made me jump a little. Chrissy, distract Jeff so I don't buy this in paper. Chat, we're getting dangerously close to 65,000 followers. And just 51 more followers will hit 65K. Hashtag meaningless metrics. You have the hiccups, honey.
Yeah, I know.
She's scary cool. Look at that. There's the one who has a way with words. When you hit 69K, do you just stop streaming? Yeah, probably. I think you're legally required to.
Why?
It means I'm obligated to scare her. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. That one doesn't sound like it ends up very favorable for me. So...
Mulligan.
No, it's a keep.
You don't have any land.
So this card is a free spell. If you cast as your first spell for the game, that gets a land. So basically a land. And normally you want acceleration in your opening hands in this deck, but the fact that this is a counterspell matchup, this hand literally has 5 threats in it, I think makes this keepable. So normally I'd wait as long as possible to cast this, but there's a real chance my opponent quenches this if I wait, so I'm going to elect not to wait. Double Scryland here hopefully means that we're able to find lands, no issue. Perfect. Hey, thanks for the 5 months, Grey 9 Wolf. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And Feigler, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate you shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month and keeping me employed. Nothing but net, chat. Nothing but net. Scrylands and Once Upon a Times. Let's do it. All right, so do we lead on Yanling here? They stuck Teferi. All right, we're leading on Oko because he's guaranteed to resolve here. You biting my shirt?
No, I'm mouthing it.
You're mouthing it, sure.
That was my lips.
I was gonna ask what the difference was, then you provided a definition. I appreciate you.
Certain you're quite charmed to meet me. Welcome to the feast.
No, I think Oko is more important to lead on here because Oko pressures their planeswalker.
Hi.
Hi, honey. This is more likely to generate value should they prison realm him. Rude.
Tacos.
Teferi ate my food, honey. I very clearly put my name on it in the refrigerator, and he just ate it anyways. It's completely unreasonable. What a terrible roommate. All right, Narset's great here for us. We just get to like jam the quarterback down their throat. So the quarterback's gonna make a touchdown and slam dunk for the hole in one. Crunch. Such violence is upsetting.
I think a little merriment is in order.
Oko thinks a little merriment is in order.
He's not very pretty.
He's not very pretty. You don't like his abs? Oh, you like my fat dad bod and not Oko? No. I love you.
He's just no. I don't like any of you people.
I don't like any of you people. She's so mean.
I mean that he's not really a people. He's a cartoon.
He's a cartoon? He's like, oh, yeah, okay, fair.
What's wrong with those bananas?
What's wrong? That's a good question. Where are they taking the questing beast? What? Deal. Sure. Those are Brexit bananas. Can we hit our 5th land on turn 5?
Wait, you made a sports ball reference? I didn't hear it. What'd you say?
I said my quarterback was going to make a slam dunk to complete his hole in one. What are they doing here? Are we getting Aether Gusted? This smells like an Aether Gust, right? Sure, sniffed it out. That's fine. So, I'm going to decline that since I have a second one. And then we'll go Oko, make a 3/3, kill Teferi, and I'm going to play Arboreal Grazer out just so I have a backup thing to 3/3 later.
I mean, just because why not, right?
I mean, you need a backup 3/3.
Yeah.
Look, now my bananas are an elk. See? Elk.
That's stupid.
He turns things into elks, honey. He's a trickster.
Why is the picture still of bananas?
That's the real question, right? Why is there not an elk picture, Magic Arena? Why do you hate my immersion? Why do you think Arena hates my immersion, chat?
Oh, you told them I was loaning you to them the extra loan today.
I invite you to change your ways. Now what?
If they have an Aether Gust here, we get kind of blown out. Just a Mystic Dispute, deal. Getting that Mystic Disputed feels fine. Just want to, work our way. Other than my Veils, I don't really have great ways to cut through their counterspells. Just want to, make them have a counterspell every turn and eventually some kind of threat sticks. Ow. I think we just jam that. YOLO. Sweet.
You have a spoon on your desk.
I do have a spoon on my desk.
I said why?
Because I was eating.
Well, it's not the appropriate place to put it.
It's my office and I'll clutter it if I want to. Do they have their XX card here? They could make 6 tokens. What happens if you uptook Sarkhan and then Oko your Oko? I don't know the answer to that. I think it's a 3/3 forever.
What time did I say chat could have you until?
4 o'clock. Are we getting draw step gusted again here? Alright, so they're still... If they have nothing, they're dead. So we get to go land, Sarkhan, and then Oko makes another 3/3 that attacks, and then Sarkhan makes Oko attack for 4.
Oh dear. Look to the skies.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Planeswalkers, good against control, turns out. Who'da thunk?
Did we win?
We did win, that's why they exploded.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Can you switch seats so your face is muted? Thanks. His hand's great. Hand's great. Deck's great. Smork, 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 smork. Smork, 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 smork. Smork, 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 smork. Smorky, smorky, smork, smorks. This is a third land. Grazer into Broko, into some Scions. Let's do it. Let's do it, chat fam. I believe, I believe, I believe. Do, 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 do. Perfect. Second green or second red. I don't need second green at a moment, and I have more green sources than non-green sources in my deck, so I think I'd rather get Steam Vents here. Smorkity, smork, smork, smork. Turn 2 Accelerant. My opponent played a turn 2 Accelerant like some kind of pheasant. Plays Accelerants on turn 2. Turn 1 Accelerant is where it's at. Seems foul, I agree. Just curious why Grazer stands versus the Azorius control deck. A Sentinel standard Grazer only sees when it's a relevant blocker. Is it about... Yeah, this deck is different, Duran. You just want to turn 2 Planeswalker as often as possible. We've not. We've yet to spark double, right? No, we spark doubled Mu last game. We spark doubled Mu, and then I ended up ulting because they couldn't answer both, which was sweet. Okay, so for people that are into bad magic puns, turn 2 Grazer attack is a mild Nakatl. That's the joke we're going with. It's a mild Nakatl.
My sister by my sin, I do not my answers lie in the cold truth. Surely you must be famished.
I've subbed so I can wait my long-awaited complimentary timeout. We got you. I hate this channel. Listen, chat. I have 2 children. I can make that joke. For people that aren't familiar with that joke, there is a 3/3 for 1 green mana called Wild Nakatl. It used to be banned in Modern for some reason. We'll never know why. Is double Scions or double Oko better? I don't know. It depends on what their board state looks like. I'd really like to just draw a land and play Sarkhan this turn.
Oh dear. Your expectations are exhausting.
I think I'm gonna copy this because I would like to have 2 ticking up towards alt, and I'd really like to hit a land this turn.
Quest of mystery.
Wicked Wolf seems unnecessary. I guess they're pretty unlikely to kill my Broco, so I guess I'll ditch the extra one of those. They're pretty unlikely to kill my Oko, he says. Those are the words of a man who's about to lose their Oko, chat. Those are the words of a man who's about to lose his Oko.
My answers lie in the cold truth. A quest of mystery.
Your move, Yugi boy. This is all we got. It's always a pleasure to come for a long day and see you. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for being here, Coinflip. We're gonna run a little bit late today. We're gonna match 2 with this deck. We're gonna play this whole league out, and then after this league is done, we're gonna play a little bit of Mythgard to close things out. Aether Gust sounds great. Turns out ult's a lot of damage. It's not bad. It's not bad. What do I want to cut here? Do I have any purple decks for Mythgard? We're going to start with green-purple Reanimator today. I think. For that game. I think I want a board like this. Wicked Wolf I go back and forth on. I think having some ways to eat their questing beast is fine. I don't mind trimming once because I am bringing an Aether Gust. It's cheap interaction. Generally speaking, you only want to trim once when you're boarding down on, when you're bringing in Aether Gust or Lava Coil. What are the Mythgard color identities? So one of the things I actually really like about Mythgard is that they don't have super strict color identities. A lot of the colors have overlapping things that they can do, but they do them in slightly different ways. So you avoid, like, the feel-bads of, like, my mono black deck can never interact with an enchantment, etc. Well, I was hoping that Once Upon a Time was going to be a 1-mana accelerant, and now that it's not, our hand's incredibly slow, and we're probably dead to turn 2 Oko. To be fair, we are probably dead to turn 2 Oko even if we hit an accelerant, because this format's incredibly play-draw skewed. Alright, they don't have it. It's a good look. Hashtag better lucky than good. How do you think Mythgard is a free-to-play game? I make whale noises in every game that I play, so I can't speak from first-hand experience. Other people have told me that they find it very reasonable as a free-to-play game, but I do not free-to-play it. You're about to get frilled mysticked. Smells like fish. Really? Just the straight up shock to bluff? Interesting. Are they about to Nissa me?
And all your cares are
Like, what did they keep? They just have, like, Nissas and Hydroid Crisis. They have, like, Wicked Wolves in their hand. Like, what are they doing over there? What are they doing over there, chat? Oh, they just have a bunch of Disdainful Strokes. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Your new look is enchanting.
Jesus, I just watched exclamation point whale. I never realized how much I needed that in my life. I aim to please. I aim to please. Alright, they could have another Disdainful Stroke here for my Spark Double. Doesn't look like it. Sign me up.
Open your heart.
Alright, so Elk this. Elk this. I can always count on you to keep immersion high. I do what I can.
I invite you.
Alright, they made this a 6/6, which lets it eat this, so that's relevant. Woof. Huh. I think I just block here and then let one of these Okos take 4.
So it's a game you're interested in.
That's a great draw.
Let's broaden your existence. Surely you must be famished.
Is there a collective database of Twitch glitch somewhere? Or are most of them just on your YouTube? I should probably do like a highlights reel at some point. Making YouTube content doesn't translate to very many dollars, so like, I tend to not put a lot of effort into it, but some type of highlight reel would probably be good at some point. We're just a little bit too flooded here. So they get to kill this Oko by attacking him with everything. I mean, we've played Domri. Oh, you're saying 4 mana Domri? 4 mana Domri's not good enough. What? Deal? That's genuinely surprising to me. I'm going to make this a 3/3 so I can trade here. Then I'm going to pump out another food.
Change your ways.
I guess I could have swapped for their 3/3 because that's kind of like removal.
One by one, and all your cares are gone.
I think this turn I'm like trading for their questing beast and like chumping their 6 and probably eating a food. If I just do this and crack a food, I think I like that. No, it doesn't just look at base power and toughness, it looks at current power and toughness. And we're dead. Alright. We'll get game 3 on the play. The hashtag the aggro deck motto. We'll get game 3 on the play. Sometimes you flood and die. Oko. Double. Dueling Okos can get you out of a lot of problems. I think this is good enough. I think we'll Aether Gust their turn 2 play. Or like if they like play Goose on 1, we'll just like Gust it. Like go Oko here on the play. Oko Sarkhan. Yeah, sign me up. I don't know that we've really played enough games, Wargame. Even if they play a Goose here, I'm gonna Gust it. Nothing. Okay. Please don't Mystic me. God, we're gonna get Mystic did. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Dispute is really good in these pseudo mirrors.
I will invert the world to what kings grot. I think a little merriment is in order. Those blind it's not poison. Trust me.
Is double Sarkhan greedy? I mean, if we have red, maybe. He sparked double your 3/3 food to make it a 4/4 food. I don't even think that's true. I'm pretty sure it copies the base thing. If I recall correctly. There's a part where they like land questing beast. Put infinite pressure on my Oko. 2/2 Crisis. That bodes well for us. Yeah, I think it would be a food token that wasn't a creature with a 1/1 counter on it. If I understand Magic correctly.
Let's broaden your existence.
Oh, does it only get a counter if it's a creature? Yeah, I think you're right.
Something for you to dote on.
So we really want to draw an untapped land next turn so we can do both of these things.
Listen to them, come on.
And this doesn't trample because it's been elked.
No sword can pierce my skin. Come to me. I summon you.
What do you think, chat? Do we snowball harder than them? I think we might have snowballed harder than them.
Fight on without lost.
I invite you to change your ways.
No, we don't even need a third dragon because both the dragons trigger twice. So like they can't attack us with 3/3s because they just die. They need 5 toughness to attack. Yeah, I don't know if Spark Double is good, but it's definitely sweet. I like that it's a planeswalker that we can find with Once Upon a Time. That's like pretty appealing. It's definitely fun. I agree. And needs a 3-mana planeswalker, but it's like, nah, we're a 3-mana planeswalker away from the nuts. Still got a little bit of draw to do. Ah, blue-green flash. Boo. Boo, blue-green flash. Please be Golos. Please be Golos field. Please be Golos field. Please be Golos field. Please be Golos field. The flash matchup is very hard for this deck. Again, our deck's just like not stellar against a grip full of counterspells. think we do that, because that gives us the best chance to have a Planeswalker next turn. I'm going to be greedy and bottom that, because if we don't draw a Planeswalker next turn, we can cast once to find a land. Please play another dual land. Not a Temple of Mystery. Play something that says your Golos Field. Play something that says your Golos Field. Could Domri be okay? I don't know. My problem with Domri is that, like, he's a Planeswalker that's not a threat on his own. Has been kind of middling. It's, like, kind of nice to have more removal, but I'm not sure if that's good enough. I should probably test 4-mana Vivien in this deck at some point. 4-mana Vivien's, like, a threat. She's good with... Yeah. Oh, is it a mirror? It could be a mirror. Why would they shock if it was a mirror? They have double accelerant? Could be Temur Reclamation. I've seen some people playing Temur Rec. Domri plus double seems... Why is that decent, Wargy Corgi? Like, why would I ever want a second Domri? Could be just Growth Spiral here. I saw a few people talking about Temur Reclamation. Like, big expansion explosion decks as a way to attack Vivien. Oh, yeah, big Vivien will be sweet with adventure cards in Historic. Like green-black midrange. Sultai midrange in Historic. Sounds great. Get to play Oko, Goose, Land War Elves, big Vivien. Sign me up. Find Murderous Rider. Plus Vivien, find my Hero's Downfall. Yep. We're at 4-mana Vivien, possibly be hard on the old mana base, maybe. Once Upon a Time is really good. And we have, if we count Interplanar Beacon as a green source, we have 17 green sources in the deck. And 17 green plus Goose plus Once Upon a Time probably means you cast Vivien fairly often. I haven't run the exact numbers, but I'd be surprised if they're bad. Maybe Arados. It depends on how those decks have to adjust to beat the aggro decks. Like, I'll bet you Mardu Knights in Historic kills on turn 3 to 4 pretty consistently. So, like, linear combo decks that don't win till turns, like, 5 or 6 are probably not good enough. I think I like Mu more than Domri. I think I've liked her more. So in Historic, you swap the bad. I don't know what that means, Sivo. When I play this deck, I think if I built this deck in Historic, I would start with 4 Grazer, 4 Goose, and then like 2 Land War Elves and 2 Once Upon a Time. Most of the time, your Once Upon a Times are just binding you a turn 1 Dork anyways. So I think like 10 Dork, 2 Once is probably a good split. And then go from there. 2 beacons do not equal 1 green for her. Sure, but it's a green, like, Greenland, Beacon Island is cast Vivien Gengar. So it's basically a green. Beacon isn't a filter land, but it's still 1 green source. Yeah, pretty sure the opponent's playing, Reclamation, which means our Gust and Disdainful Strokes will be good here. We don't generate double spell turns, Wargy Corgi. When you think about what this deck is doing, it's not really looking to double spell. Hey, Vori, thanks for the 14 months. Get rid of the last rates, why don't you? I don't know what that means, New Genesis. Dunk. Yeah, if you're interested in getting a code to get started on Mythgard, if you haven't used a treat code yet, I've got an unlimited supply of treat codes to give out for the next week. So if you drop me a DM on Discord or here on Twitch, I will get back to you when I'm done streaming today. We're gonna finish this constructed event with Temur, and then we're gonna play some Mythgard to wrap the stream up today for a couple hours. I've liked the Muse in general so far. I assume my opponent's deck has like Lava Coils and stuff in it, but maybe not. And like I have another Beastly and I have a Sarkhan, so like, you know, good luck, Godspeed. Yeah, they don't have a real sweeper. All right, they're up to 8, so they're technically not dead on board. Yeah, kinda, but like if you have Domri and another Planeswalker in play, Wargy Corgi, like you're probably winning the game anyways, right? I don't know, the fact that Domri doesn't make your normal walkers uncounterable, I think makes him kind of medium. He's definitely been the weakest walker that I've played in this deck. He's something I'm looking to replace, upgrade, or change out. Yeah, Sarkhan is lethal next turn if they have nothing. I don't know, their deck plays a lot of counterspells and stuff, right? Like our opponent's literally done nothing but draw cards this game. Like, I won't be surprised if this gets counterspelled. If this doesn't get counterspelled, they literally just never played anything that impacted our board and we just killed them. Well, Domri's definitely not a sideboard card. I think putting Domri in the sideboard's pretty silly. List from E-League last night did not play many counters.
Welcome to the feast.
It just did nothing and died both games, God bless. In my experience, the blue light filtering glasses work just as good as putting a blue light filter on via software. I don't think I felt a meaningful difference between using the glasses and just using a software filter, but the software filter also skews the color of your monitor a little bit, so it's nice to have the actual intended colors. Krawlwa, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Hope you're having an excellent day wherever you are. Maybe I should cast this post-combat so that, like, Cryptic Command tap my team. Yeah, Questing Bee stops fog, which is great.
Put on your true shape.
Yeah, the foam mattress is great. If you're an adult who's looking to buy a mattress, you should definitely consider foam mattresses. They are wonderful. To the top. All right, are you not dead to this board somehow? They like have second Aether Gust plus fog. Hey, Dada Buddha. We've got probably this match and one or two more in this set, and then we'll be doing some Mythgard for sure. You have a recommended software or just Google it? Windows has one built in. On Linux, I just Googled it. There's a ton of different modules that do it. Wicked Wolf seems bad here. I think I want all of these. Is this too many counterspells? This might be too many counterspells, honestly. Do we want Veil of Summer? Is this overboarding? I wonder if this is overboarding. Maybe I just do this. This could be fine. Just like board down an accelerants to be more interactive. Let's try this. I think this seems fine. Is Mu good here? Mu's like a 4/4 flyer for 3 mana. She's like a 4/4 with suspend 1, so I think that's fine. I mean, we know what they're doing. They're like 99% a Temur Reclamation deck, which is gonna kill us with Expansion Explosion. Bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum ba-da-da-da-da. Bum ba-da-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum bum ba-da-dum bum bum. This match is very important, chat. We are currently vying to be the dominating Temur archetype of the standard format. If our opponent is victorious, they will take the crown as the best Temur deck that exists. It's important that we not let that happen. Gotta get him. This is an excellent Hearthstone hand. Unfortunately, this is Magic the Gathering, so we're gonna go ahead and play catch and release. Yeah, I think this is decent. I'm gonna bottom Sarkhan, I think. I wanna hit my land drops here. And Veil's gonna protect my cheaper threats sooner than it protects Sarkhan. I guess the wolves come in for aggro. Yeah, the wicked wolves are there because they're very good against they're very good against like the Gruul and the red decks. The food package like Goose, Oko, Wolf basically means you don't lose to most aggro decks with a reasonable draw. Sure. Hold up Gus in case they have some kind of 3-drop here. If you are interested in generic sideboarding notes, and not only sideboard in and outs, but thoughts on how given matchups play out, I actually had an article published early this week on Monday. You would have bit.ly/Hugel articles, or always find my stuff on Cool Stuff Inc. I talk about not only how to sideboard, but what your goals are in individual matchups when playing this deck. Alright, so I don't want to play out my Scions here because I have Veil next turn, but also more importantly, this isn't something that comes up because there aren't a lot of Chemistry Insight decks anymore, but playing my must counter spell on a turn when they're holding up Chemist's Insight is valuable because it means they don't get to Chemist's Insight that turn. So it makes them have a counter spell, and it puts them behind a little bit, which is great. Hopefully they slam Reclamation next turn and we just get to Aether Gust them. That would be great. Yeah, Gust and Reclamation will be super reasonable. Means untap Jam Questing Beast and start 4ing them. Just hit your face, roar. I agree the art on this card is excellent. And the cow jumped over the moon. Rude. Is Questing Beast a Jeep? He is a form of Jeep. Little known fact. Questing Beast is my favorite Jeep. Jeep and Jeep accessory. Hey, Boot. Thanks for the 9 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Alright, they have Cancel plus Mystic Dispute here. They're going to get to counter our Scions, but that's fine. They could have Aether Gust here as well. If they Aether Gust us, that's not stellar. Deal. They have Niv Mizzet next turn, we could be in a little bit of trouble. JK LOL. Do people play Niv Mizzet? Why would they play Niv Mizzet? Please cast a 3/3 Elk. Tap 6 mana and cast a 3/3 Elk. Please and thank you. Hey, we played a blue-red Alliance Niv deck the other day that was quite excellent. Thank you very much. They have to discard to hand size? Are they thinking about Chemist's Insighting so they can find a land? They don't currently have land. They haven't played a land yet this turn. Deal. Ooh, love me some bacon. Broco for Oko. Anybody else's Twitch chat keep like randomly refreshing and saying welcome to the chat? Wonder if Twitch is having some issues today. The extension creator earlier said that. I think I'm actually gonna let this resolve. It's just being overly polite. Something like that.
My answers lie in the cold truth.
In. I guess losing my Oko sucks if they draw Niv Mizzet. I can gust them off of Niv for a turn though, which is not bad. Alright, they hit the land. Scions are 2 turns away from ulting. Morning Illustrated, life is wonderful. This is our 3rd match with this one, I believe. We're currently up a game. How afraid of Niv are we? We're like medium afraid at the moment.
I will learn what nobody yet knows.
Is it crazy to bin Questing Beast and just play a Goose here? Is it just the Goose? I don't know. The Goose gives me more mana. Yeah, I probably just want all my threats. I think we just pass. I think I just want, like, all shields up here to, like, try and keep the Scion on the table. Draw your cards. Is it like a shock or a bone crusher here? Nope. Okay. It sucks that we don't have a second blue, so I can't stroke Gust Veil. Opponent thinks, how amazing could their hand be if they bid Questing Beast and concede the spot? You know, that could actually be a result.
I need a hand, Will.
To know is to triumph.
I think it's a veil. Might have been Questing Beast there. Making sure our counter spells work is pretty valuable. The Damning Jester's been there for at least a few weeks now. I don't want to say months, but it's been there for a hot second. They left Flame Sweep in against us? Wild. That is not what I would expect to see in against us. Yeah, might have been right to ditch this and keep the Veil. Because this counters Expansion Explosion, dealing damage to us. They still draw cards, but... I don't know, we killed them with Questing Beast and Oko game 1. So maybe if they're super not familiar with things people are playing, they could think that. Yeah, their hand could be just like all Chemist's Insights and like Shocks and Bone Crushers and Flame Sweeps and stuff. Yeah, doubling up Flame Sweep kills our board, so that's fair. If they're playing Expansion Explosion, maybe that's a reason to leave it in. There's another Flame Sweep. So they're going up to 8 cards here. Then they're going to drop to 9 on their turn. So if they don't have a Shock or something to tap this, we're going to get to... They're going to have to discard the hand size. What do I leave on top there? Probably like an Oko. Or a Yanling. I wouldn't mind some cheap Planeswalkers. So I finally have 7 lands here. So if I draw 1 more land, I'll probably jam the Sarkhan. Actually, I'll probably play Questing Beast next turn. Maybe, I don't know. With a bunch of counter spells in my hand, I'm like not super worried about what they could do. Like Niv Miz, it's potentially bad for us, I guess. Aether Gust stops him for a turn though. Like if they have Niv and I can't find a second Oko in, you know, so many cards. Nah, I don't think so, mates. That's pretty huge card disadvantage, and it would have put the shields down that turn, which I think is not stellar. I don't know that I feel like I'm super behind right now. Like I feel like we're not doing anything, but I don't feel like we're in a bad position. They're decking themselves faster than we are. That's kind of true. I have 39, they have 31. They have 12 minutes, we have 25. Our opponent has used... God, these timers are so bad. In my opinion, when your timer hits some type of specific differential, you really should get punished. They've used 13 more minutes than we have. It's just really stupid. The standard ban list is being updated on Monday. But it's like 9, well, it gives you a notification that they're low, but it doesn't actually punish them for being low. Think we're about to die? I should have kept that other Veil of Summer earlier. I should have been the Questing Beast. It does not counter Veil because they target themselves. A spell has to lose all of its targets to be countered. I think they have Mystic Dispute here, it feels like. Yeah. Oh, they let me draw. Weird. Weird.
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge.
Oh, they didn't have mana to counter Veil. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, maybe I sat around too long this game. Yeah, but if this is their only expansion explosion, it could have also been right to just like, it could have been right to, what's it called? This expansion explosion, stroke the expansion explosion the previous turn. They get to play expansion explosion for just like infinite next turn and then we're dead. Yeah, I think I lost this game because I kept this questing beast and I did not keep the second Veil of Summer. I think if I'd have done that, we'd have been in a better spot. If we're like being as competitive as possible, I guess I could like wait for them to time out here, but like my time's kind of worth more than that. Like, if this was like an MCQ matchup that I really cared about winning, I would keep playing, but I really just don't care enough. I'm putting my other 2 accelerants on the play. Yeah, if they're targeting themselves, your thing doesn't take damage because it can no longer be targeted by a blue thing, but they still draw cards. And the way the game played out, the way I was allowing the game to play out, I should have kept the Veil if I was going to play the waiting game. If I was going to jam the questing beast, I should have kept it. But if I was going to be waiting anyways, I should have waited it. I should have kept the Veil to like maximize my counter spells when they eventually picked a fight. I don't know, maybe. There are a lot of choices that game. I think based on the role that I took, my decision was wrong. I mean, it wasn't that we tried to not be the beatdown. We were definitely like, I just chose to put all of my eggs in eventually ulting the Scion, and that ended up not working out because they had multiple shocks. The Mardu Knights video we played earlier was the fastest 5-0 I've ever had. It was very quick. Deck is sweet. The big sword is real good. Oh, Magic really sucks sometimes. You know that, chat? Looking forward to playing some Mythgard after this. The resource system in this game is just so rancid. There's just so many games you just don't get to play. Am I supposed to mulligan this? I don't have that many blue sources in my deck, right? I think I'm supposed to go to 5. Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess this five's like pretty reasonable. I have a turn 2 Planeswalker, even if it's not necessarily my best one. Like turn 3, 4, 4. The games of Magic you actually get to play are great. It's just there's so many games you just like don't get to play. Oh, lucky. This is the real reason you play Magic, champ. You play Magic because the highs are high even if the lows are low. It's all about the range of emotion. Get in there, Mild Nakuttle. I choose you. How did their deck ever... See, I didn't realize when I was talking about sometimes you don't get to play that I was actually talking about my opponent not getting to play this game. What I meant was they were just gonna get run over. That's what we meant. Maybe because they're a Mystic Dispute deck, I'm supposed to play her out first as bait. Yeah, I think I baited wrong there. It's unfortunate. Usually I'm a master at baiting, but I think I misevaluated there.
I invite you to change your ways.
Yeah, because like had I sequenced differently, they'd be dead on board. Whereas like now they're very clearly not dead on board, right? Oh, look at that. They cast one spell and then they died. Bye, Felicia. That 3-0? I think that's 3-0. All right, let's play one more before we roll on. It's been a long set. We've been playing this one for like an hour 20 already, but I like this one. So let's play a fourth and we'll roll on into some Mythgard to wrap things up today. Do you believe, chat? Do you believe in a thing called love? I believe in a thing called love. I just got done playing around with the night mode and blue stuff on my PC, and I'm pretty sure I gave myself a headache in an effort to prevent them. Hey, go read believes with the 8-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Papi! Papi! Hashtag never didn't have it. All right, do we just bacon here? I think we beacon, right? Yeah. I do have a good Niv deck list. If you go on my website and click standard deck list, blue-red alliance, there is a blue-red alliance deck that plays 3 Niv. This deck is a very powerful linear strategy. It's, as far as, this is probably like the sweetest linear aggro deck I've played ever. As far as like raw stat line goes, like, it's pretty excellent. Hey, Cinnabar, thanks for the 11 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. And it might still not be fast enough in this matchup, honestly. Do I 3-3 their innkeeper here? I think I just make a food. Finally here to start my destiny as a defender of the realm. Lebo, thank you for the very generous tier 2 resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Do you think they missed their 3rd land? I think they missed their 3rd land, chat. Yeah, I agree, Bob. It's not just like dead to sweeper aggro. All right, so Aether Gust is good here. What do I want to trim? Feel like Yanling's not very good because they're a questing beast deck. And if I'm trimming Yanling, I probably don't mind going down on Spark Double. Wicked Wolf seems fine here. Oh yeah, we like Flame Sweep in this matchup, right? 10 out of 10 like Flame Sweep in this matchup. And when I'm bringing in all this cheap interaction, I like to trim Once Upon a Time. Just watch the Burgle clip and then it was gold. Oh, I have exciting news for my sub-Santas. I found out that Streamlabs now supports an animation for people who gift subs. So rather than seeing a pile of names from people that you gifted subs to, I'm told they're gonna work on an animation that's my Jester logo popping out of a present. So that I'm excited for that. I don't know how excited you all for that, but I'm kind of excited. Yeah, I was looking for more Domri. I was looking for more threats that killed people. Is this keepable? We did win game 1. They conceded. It's like hand sucks keep territory. This feels like hand sucks keep territory based on the sweep. Am I planning on replacing the website list with this one? I am not, Duran. I don't know if these other changes are good. The Hellkite list is kind of like my go-to safety list, if that makes sense. Well, now I'm really glad I bottomed the other one. I think Mu is better than Domri. I don't know, though. I don't have good feelings on the Spark Double or not yet either. Please play out more 1/1s and X2s. When I'm confident I like my changes, you will see my changes on the website. This Flame Sweep will stop the Lovestruck Beast from attacking this turn, so that's great. It won't stop that one from attacking, though. Yikes. If we're lucky, they don't have a 1/1 next turn. If we're lucky. Wow, that's fortunate. Wait, really? Deal? Oh, they have a grasp? Okay. Sure. That makes sense. The fact that, like, the Sarkhan and the Mu tokens are bigger than the Oko 3/3s is such a big deal. Oko turns your 4 CMC Mythics into Hill Giants. Yep. Hey, it's still legendary. It's a legendary elk creature, chat. If they attack with just this, I'm going to trade. If they attack with both, I'll eat the Questing Beast. And I can trade here because this steals 1.
I will consume you.
I think I'm leaving this back.
Let us plan for the trials ahead.
In? Am I in for that? Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Is that lethal? That's lethal. That's unfortunate.
Watch this.
Very, very close to stabilizing. It's a good game. It's a good game of Magic. If I'd have played Wicked Wolf there, we wouldn't have died. So maybe that's, I don't know. I think I was happy with my decision. If I'd have played Wicked Wolf there, I could have traded it for their Death Touch, then the Beast wouldn't be able to attack. I don't know if that's a good trade though, right? Like, am I supposed to play around Questing Beast and Rankle there? Oh, that's a good thought. If I play, so I didn't play the Temple before the draw discard, because if I drew Oko, I could cast it. So like Lava Coil and Aether Gust were cards I could dig to, but like Oko was a card I could cast. If that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. Like if they have another 1/1, then trading my Wolf for his 1/1 Death Touch, their 1/1 Death Touch is just like not good. So I don't know, it's really easy to like look back and go like, oh, that ended up poorly for us, but it's harder to look back and go, that was wrong with the information that we had. And that's really the key thing I'm looking to figure out in these games is like, it's not like, did my decision win or lose me the game? It's like, did I make the right decision with the information that I had at the time? Was playing Wolf and not fighting a play? That's an interesting thought. Maybe. Am I leading on this? I think I'm leading on this to try and find a Flame Sweep.
nobody yet knows.
Wow, the face is the place, huh? Oh, they're bricking off. Okay, that's good for us.
My plan is crystallizing.
How about that one, chat? Is that one also good for us? I like this deck a lot, Sarkhan. It's just more aggressive than the blue-green food deck. I think this deck has a better Golos field matchup. I mean, in my defense, I said I wanted to lead on this Planeswalker so I could dig to Flame Sweep, right? Those were the exact words that came out of my mouth. All right. Hit a good smorgasbord there. Honestly, one of the things that stands out to me too is like we're still beating decks that aren't field while having a good field matchup, which is excellent. Another content creator had written about this deck, and they said they classified this as a deck that was beating Golos field but losing to everything else. And I think that classification is really disingenuous. And I think a lot of the people who are losing a lot with this deck just aren't mulliganing enough to it. In the dark, if your opening hand doesn't have one of these 3 cards in it, you should probably be mulliganing it. In fact, I think one of the appeals of this deck is that not only is it good against Golos field, but it's very good against the aggressive matchups too, because just like Goose, Oko, Wicked Wolf gives you good aggressive matchups if you have reasonable cards surrounding them. Tom Jack Hilarious, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Oglandia. I appreciate the support. So, conclusions on cards. People want to know what's good, what's bad, and what's otherwise. I would be surprised if this is optimal, but I also think in a world where you want to mid-range people, like, there's a chance this card helps, like, the Bant food matchup, or, like, the blue-green food matchup, like those Nissa decks. Like, having multiple Planeswalkers against other Planeswalker decks is very powerful. In general, I think I'm really getting sold on this card. While Domri was a fine 3-mana Planeswalker, I think this is ultimately a little bit better, in large part due to the fact that she is a threat on her own. She just, like, makes a 4/4 and threatens a reasonable ultimate, whereas, like, Domri's only good if he has something to fight with him or he's ramping you into something else. There could be a configuration where, like, maybe instead of these spark doubles, we like put the other Wicked Wolf back in and play Hellkites, and we basically like play the old build with Yanling. That being said, these beacons do make Yanling a little bit, or do make Hellkite a little bit harder to cast. This mana base as constructed here only has 11 red sources that cast Hellkite. So like, there's a lot of considerations, a lot of moving parts to the ins and outs of what you're doing with this deck list. The only thing I've lost in the last few days is to a mirror and to a disconnect. Yeah, I agree that Dami felt a little bit awkward. So maybe I'll just replace Domri on my website with this, but I'm not sure that like cutting Hellkite is right in general. So maybe I'll make that swap. I'll add Mu over Domri, but in general, these 10 3-mana Planeswalkers feel good. I discovered your content when Delver rotated out of Standard, looking to see if anyone was playing Delver and Spells that are Sprite in Modern. Glad to finally support. Well, welcome. Glad to have you in chat now. Sounds like you've been around for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Your creatures being uncounterable in the Flash matchup is kind of what